In this video, I'll be covering question 4, part A from the 2023 AP Calculus AB free response, no calculator allowed portion of the exam. I cover parts A, B, C, and D all in their own individual videos, so if you want to see those solutions, please check out my other videos. All right, so the first thing I do on any AP Calc exam that has a graph on it is I for sure make sure I know what that graph is the graph of. And if we look up top here, we can see that we're looking at the graph of f prime of x. We're looking at the graph of the derivative, not the original function, but the derivative. Now as we go down to question A, it says, does f, the original function, have a relative max, a relative min, or neither at x equals 6? When I go to look at this now, what we're looking at is we're looking at this point right here where 6 hits the x-axis. Remember that when you're reading a first derivative graph, you're just reading plus minus 0. Wherever the graph is up in the positive space, that's where the original graph is increasing and going up. Wherever the graph is down in the negative space, that's where the original graph is decreasing and therefore going down. And then wherever it hits that x-axis, that's where we have a 0. That's what we call critical values. That's where it went horizontal for a moment. What I like to do when I'm trying to read off first derivative information is I like to just go put it on a number line. As much as you try to, your brain always likes to read a graph like it's the original function. So especially during a test brain is not always the same as your normal brain. So it's usually helpful to kind of read the data off of there. So I go ahead and I mark 6, which is the critical value, the point that they care about, and I say, okay, what's happening before 6? Well, before 6, the graph is all up in the positive space, so it is positive and increasing. After 6, it is still up in the positive space, so it is positive and increasing. So we do not see any change happening at that critical value of 6, which tells us that x equals 6 is neither a max or a min. And then what they want to hear from you here is, as your justification, they want to say because it does not change direction at x equals 6. So that's the language that they're looking for here. They want you to know that it doesn't change signs, does not change direction. Maybe sign is a good word sometimes in there. What they want to hear from you is that you recognize that there was no change in the direction of the graph. That's your justification, and that's your final answer. You'd get 1 point on this one. Thanks for watching my video. If you liked it, please click that like button and subscribe. And also share it with your friends and anyone else you know who might be crying about an upcoming AP Calc test. You can find more videos from me, more sample AP Calc questions, and my complete AP Calc study guide over at my website, apcalcprep.com. Have a great one.